how's it going? So in studio today we have Helio Soneca.
The one and only.
And what was your name?
Trey Alidor.
Trey Alidor, that's right, Trey Alidor.
Okay.
Do you do CrossFit or something?
Yeah, mostly.
Okay. No, so this is my head coach, Trey Alidor, and then this is my head coach's head coach. Like the peak
Top
of the mountain. I was reading somewhere that your last name means sleepy.
It's my nickname, is Sleep. I used to play hockey. I was the guy staying the goal to prevent the goals.
Yeah.
Then the guy hit the ball and hit my mask, iron mask, and broke the mask. And I passed out for almost 2 minutes. Then
Wow.
this is the reason my nickname is Soneca, means sleep.
Okay, that's wild.
Wow. That's pretty sketchy, man.
Yeah.
2 minutes doesn't sound like a good time to be
You
passed
know what's
out.
strange about the cultural difference is like English words like mean what exactly they mean. But then like Portuguese or like Chinese words are like they have double meanings. It'll be like Seneca, they like it says it means like sleepy, or like it'll mean something else.
Yeah.
Like kodie
Multiple
just means
meanings.
Cody.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
You're you, man.
Or slower. You know?
Yeah.
So you're in town for seminars?
Yes.
From
I come here to teach 3 seminars. One in Mississippi, I did yesterday. Today, Alabama, and tomorrow here at the 3 school
Yeah.
in Milton.
So obviously, like you settled down in Kentucky. Is that because like Kentucky was your favorite state? Or is
There
there...
was opportunity there, and it's to be near from my daughter.
Okay.
And I love the people there. It's my family.
Kentucky is gorgeous. Like
Louisville is amazing for me. I think the most beautiful city in the United States.
yeah. We went there, me and Paige, we went up there and we did like this hiking trip kind of thing. And like one of the days I went to your gym. I mean, did I get wrecked? I don't know. Yeah, I got beat up a little bit. But dude, like everybody there was amazing. And like Nathan's starting to fight. He's undefeated.
Yes.
2-0.
Yes.
And B2, and I've watched every single fight. I mean, not that they're long. We could have watched all of his fights like 3 times now. Yeah, they've been super short fights.
That's who needs to fight Bo Nichols.
Ooh, that'd be good.
They're both.
They're very young in their MMA career.
Yeah, they're
so you
both
could
amateurs.
Yeah,
A lot of people know about Bo. Maybe not a lot of people know about Nate, but
yeah,
Nathan's a beast.
dude, Nathan is a beast. Yeah, like I rolled with him up there in Kentucky at Core, and I was like, okay, he's being nice. Like we're feeling each other out. And then I started to pick it up, and I was like, oh, no, he's still being nice and still destroying me. No, that's cool. Yeah, I was like, but I was out of shape. Not saying that I need to run it back or nothing, but
That's just like a weird feeling, knowing that somebody's taking it easy on you and they're still just wrecking, dude.
Dude, what's crazy about Jiu Jitsu is like you can be super good and not even have to move that fast, and just be controlling everything very like real subtle, like
Real subtle lies.
Yeah.
Good jiu-jitsu.
it is. Like Thor up there, like he is as heavy as the earth is if he wants to be. His pressure is crazy.
It's a monster.
Yeah.
It's all because of this man.
Yeah. How like his head coach is a smaller guy. I mean, obviously you're a smaller guy. How do you like how did you figure out how to make so much pressure off of like not a lot of weight? I mean, you've had to do that.
Because my jiu-jitsu have a great foundation. You know, I have been doing jiu-jitsu for 45 years. And I know the way, you know, the short way, that's made me wiser, you know. It's normal. When you are small, you need to use a lot of techniques. Like I say to the parents, if one day you have a kid, I say to my friends, if one day you have a kid, you're going to put your kids to do any kind of sport. It can be basketball, a sport for big people, American football, BJJ, boxing, any kind of sport. Choose the small guys. Because the small guys, they have the better skills.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's this, like small guys,
Yeah.
we have skills.
Right.
We God gave you this bless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you have like no other option but to work with what you have.
Yeah, being smaller, you have to have good technique, or you're not gonna. Not
Yeah,
gonna be able
but
to
you
do
need
any
to
of
be
it.
small and the perfectionist.
Yeah.
If you are small and you are not perfectionist, you are dead.
Yeah.
I mean, a good example of that is Alexander Volkanovski. Like, he used to play rugby at like 240 pounds.
Yeah.
Now he's the featherweight world champion and beat Max Holloway twice. I mean, several
Ortega.
people. Yeah, Ortega. And he's tiny.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's crazy what you could do with your weight.
Yeah.
And I don't know if a lot of people know, but you're also undefeated in MMA,
Yeah.
which is wild. So maybe you and Nathan could just spar a little bit.
Oh, Nathan is already kicking my butt.
Yeah,
I'm 53 years old, brother.
that's wild. You look good for 53.
Oh, yes. I don't tell nobody, I try to tell I have just 33,
You look really similar to, like, there was a commercial way back in the day, The Most Interesting Man in the World.
Oh yeah.
You know that guy?
The Dos Equis guy.
Yeah, Dos Equis. Do you
Yeah.
remember that?
Yeah.
You look like him. Like, he had the distinguished beard and, like...
I believe he's a very good looking guy,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's
Yeah,
very.
yeah, so yeah, I know you are coming.
So what was it like growing up in Rio?
I have a school there. I have my family there.
Yeah.
I grew up there. I went to be in my hometown where I left with 14 years old. It's not in Rio. I live like 2 hours from Rio, a city in the mountains named Teresópolis. I left from there to make my jiu-jitsu better, to train with the Gracie family. Not because they were bad in my city, but was more for kids, not for adults. Adults was not a strong program in my city. Then I went to Rio to learn. Then I come back like 5 years ago to try put my jiu-jitsu there. And it's good because I open my gym and I already have probably 20 black belts training with me.
Wow.
Like from the other gyms. Some are champions, some are very tough. It's good.
Yeah. That's wild. Like, obviously, Brazil looks gorgeous. It's nothing like here. I mean, everything is...
The United States is a very beautiful country, man, I'm going to tell you, I just go to Brazil because I'm a Brazilian. But the United States is the best country in the world to live.
Really?
To live, to travel, to do everything. Because the United States is amazing. Americans should live outside the United States for 1 year to realize how lucky you are.
Yeah.
How fortunate you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, anytime I ever travel, I always think back, like, dude, I'm so grateful to be living here.
Yeah.
Like, I always miss here. No matter where I go. Like, even Kentucky or, like, Jacksonville or New Orleans, I'm like, I'm thankful for the spot we're in. Because it's like a perfect little...
No, especially you need to go to poor countries like Brazil.
Yeah.
Then you're going to understand, man. And everything that is so much more expensive than here.
Yeah.
Like the shoes you pay here $50, you pay $100 there. The car you pay here $20,000, you pay $40,000 there.
Yeah.
Everything's the double.
I wonder if that's convenience. Because we can get it easier. So it's hard. It must play into it being harder to get it there.
It starts like this. Americans are the hard work. Like your holiday, your strong holiday, just Thanksgiving. In Brazil, probably every month is a holiday. Brazilian people love party. That's the reason. All UFC fighters, Brazilian fighting the UFC, guys like Bochecha, all these BJJ guys, superstar, they live in the United States, they train in the United States. Why? Because here people take it serious, everybody like it train. There is a party. Nobody have a compromise with time. Nobody have a compromise with nothing. Example, we Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructor, we are value your country. Your country value us.
Yeah.
There, we are just something funny to do.
Wonder why that is culturally.
Wow.
I was when I did a seminar with Bochecha, and he said that in Brazil all they did is just roll. They just roll. And then when he come to America, his coach over here was like, I can't remember who said his coach was like, if you want to be the best in the world, you're gonna have to drill. You're gonna have to work hard. Yeah. And he started drilling and working hard, and he started winning world champions.
It's wild. Now he's doing MMA and won.
Yeah.
And he's undefeated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like if you really like the tip top of the jiu-jitsu spear, if they really focus on MMA, I mean, Gary is in one and he's undefeated. Like all these, Gary Tonin, all these people are like transitioning really well, but they're also world-class coaches like John, and I don't know who Buchecha's head coach is. He's at American Top 10.
No, Leo Vieira.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's like they're learning how to transition better than in the past. I feel like in the past, it's like somebody thought they could have one thing mastered, like wrestling, or like Mark Kerr and Coleman and all them. Like they were really good at wrestling, and that lasted for a while. But then it transitioned into like you have these other skills, like karate stance is important for things like Wonder Boy can do karate really well.
You saw today a lot of Muay Thai fighters fight Jiu-Jitsu better than a lot of Jiu-Jitsu guys in the ground.
Yeah.
You saw a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys like Charles Oliveira, great Muay Thai skills. Mm-hmm. And probably training Muay Thai for maximum 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of like newer age, not that it's newer age, but it's like making a surgeon.
I think like it is when Royce Gracie fought UFC, that time when he started UFC, to prove which one was the best martial art in the world, was Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Dude, right. Definitely.
Proof. Like, then after this, everybody started to realize everybody needed to train Jiu-Jitsu, including strikers. Everybody went to train Jiu-Jitsu, master Jiu-Jitsu. And today, it's not to prove which one the best martial art, to prove who's the best fighter. But without Jiu-Jitsu, you are dead.
Yeah.
You are like a lion in the shark tank.
It's wild, like how good certain skills have gotten, that there are now new genres of skills that are just anti that martial art. So anti-jiu-jitsu, anti-wrestling. Like people have gotten so good at just being really, anti. Really,
UFC, it's the way they did it now. It's to look better in the TV because jiu-jitsu is a boring sport. It's like you play chess.
If you don't like it.
Yeah,
I could watch a boring match all day long.
Yeah.
And
if you don't like, if you don't know, not you don't like, if you don't know jiu-jitsu is a very boring sport. Never invite your friend to go a BJJ tournament. Like the guy never did jiu-jitsu. But UFC made one way. 5 minutes sometimes not enough to beat a guy. For me, the round should be 10 minutes. Because 5 minutes, a strong guy can explode. Sometimes they take 3-4 minutes to go to the ground. And in 1 minute, I can protect myself. I can survive there and there. Okay, I'm going to start again. That's the reason a lot of scrambles, a lot of people explode, because it's just 5 minutes and then you have 1 minute to recover.
Yeah,
right.
It's against Jiu-Jitsu. Because, like I say, Jiu-Jitsu is boring to see. Yeah. You know, like people don't want that they scramble to see people scrambling the floor. They think we are two men making love.
That's true.
Yeah. I did literally, since I've started doing this, I've gotten more jokes about rolling on the floor with other dudes than I ever have in my entire life.
Yeah, but you need to realize after you do a jiu-jitsu, like a good-looking guys like you guys, young, after you do jiu-jitsu, you start to roll in the ground. Then you become a better lover.
Oh, wow. Yeah. All right.
Give you skills.
You got something to look forward to.
All right.
Keep it up.
I'm waiting on. I'll wait on that to kick in for sure. Yeah.
Don't use that.
Need a little bit of that. Huh?
Not
supposed to use that on the mat? Okay,
no,
gotcha. Yeah, it's funny because, a couple years ago, I remember, I wouldn't really watch jiu-jitsu tournaments or anything like that, or if there was a very technical UFC fight or something like that. If we weren't watching the fights together, I would be like, oh man, this is tough to watch, or like this isn't very intriguing type thing. But now knowing more about it, dude, I get so into it.
Yeah.
Watching BJJ tournaments, or if there's a technical fight going on,
Yeah.
that's the stuff that's really intriguing. You know, knowing what's going on.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's like seeing something for the first time. You're not like watching somebody tattoo you. You're like, I have no idea where he's going with this. And I asked him to do something.
Yep, I know what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but then it'll end up and you're like, dude, that's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah,
It's wild to see things that you haven't seen before, even though you've seen that same.
yeah, seeing it with new eyes, really.
Yeah.
Trying to know what's going on.
It's wild.
Yeah.
What has been your favorite part of your jiu-jitsu journey?
What do you mean? Position?
Like
tournaments?
I mean, like a moment that's happened. Like, was it like you beating Megaton, or was it like your students doing really well, or was it opening your first gym, or like what has been your moment?
I think the best thing I have in jiu-jitsu when I change couple losers' life. I made them be a great people. I think that's what's the best thing, change people's life.
Yeah.
Better than be a world champion, than everything, change people's life. I think God blessed me with this, and that's it's better than be a world champion Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, better than be a millionaire. Change people's life.
Yeah, I feel like I don't think this podcast does much.
Example, one thing is very funny. A lot of American guys, it's funny because you are Brazilian, then when you are outside, you think, oh, United States, you are America, oh, you are rich. We think United States is a paradise. Everybody has money. Yeah. Everybody is good because the United States is a rich country. Then when you come here, you see a lot of poor kids, kids without opportunity. Then you meet a kid like this. Then the kids start to be in love with jiu-jitsu. Then the kids become a champion in jiu-jitsu, become a champion in MMA, go to UFC, or sometimes they start just to teach class and change the other kids' life. I think it's my gold medal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gotta feel great.
Yeah, it's not the fights you want or anything like that. But it's helping other people.
Because beat the Megaton, be world champion. I was world champion with 15 years old.
Yeah.
I won everything I did in all tournaments in my life. You know, the name was not a world champion. It's like a position. I am the generation. I just train jiu-jitsu, do the position. I never put names in position. And now, American guys put name to the position. The Americans know the young.
Yep. Y'all are real bad for that.
The young. The young boys put name in the position. No, I was doing the position, not create the position, but study with a friend's position, like robo guard. I have been doing this since I have 13 years old. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it's. I think is the good, the mindset.
Yeah. I feel like the longer I do jiu-jitsu, it's harder to keep up with the names. There are so many different names. Like if it's not just a traditional basic moveset or system, it's like hard to remember some of the names because like he's in the 10th planet system. So like there is a name for every single like micro movement. There's a name for it. It's like this is crab, this is Starbucks, this is coaster, this is computer.
Yeah, I think it's smart. You know, it's very smart. I have a respect for this.
Yeah.
I have a really respect for this. But like it's like people say, Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Gracies Jiu-Jitsu, American Jiu-Jitsu. Bullshit. It's Jiu-Jitsu.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah. You know, like people need to put your name like I say, Jiu-Jitsu is my religion. Mm-hmm. I'm born doing Jiu-Jitsu. I'm gonna die doing Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah. And I saw a lot of guys come, make success, and leave. Mm-hmm. Especially when exploded the MMA. I saw a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys, instructors, merge to MMA. Oh, I'm gonna be MMA instructor. Then they realize MMA does not give me money. I need to spoil kids. Then they come back to jiu-jitsu again. I was there. I never left.
Yeah.
I used to teach jiu-jitsu to make $100 a month to eat.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's the way I am. And like I know in the 20 years, a lot of Americans black belt. Everybody gonna be a black belt. Everybody gonna have a school like Brazil. It's gonna be hard to survive to jiu-jitsu, but the solid guys was there. You're gonna survive.
That's true.
Still gonna be there.
Has there been anything in your journey that has possibly run the risk of pulling you away from jiu-jitsu, like injuries or like a traumatic part in your life where you're like,
yes,
wow, I might not come
I
back?
hurt my back with 23 years old. I have a car accident.
Wow.
And I fought the world championship. I took a cortisone shot to be able to fight.
Wow.
It's in my situation, having pain in my body is a luxury. I need to deal with my pains. The pain, depends in your head. Like I saw a Bruce Lee movie one time. Then he says, "Samurai does not feel pain." I don't have pain. I can lose my legs, but I'm still that strong.
That's a beautiful mindset.
Yeah.
I think people think that like in these sports, like you'll watch the Super Bowl or something, everybody thinks everybody's at 100% all the time because you're just tuning into something and you're like,
Never 100%.
no, that's the secret to every sport is.
Yeah, not every sport. Example, soccer players, especially the Brazilians, they are actors. You touch them, they lay down in the floor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Brazilian superstar Neymar, I hate that guy. I hope he never more play soccer in his life because he's actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you do see some very funny videos on the them playing soccer and somebody
Basketball,
touching
too.
them and like,
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
Basketball.
basketball gets that way
Or the
too.
super delayed one where they touch and they're like, oh, I could do it now.
Uh-huh.
And then they fall like super delayed.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, they act tough, they act
Yeah.
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 like it is at the same time.
Yeah, they should
Yeah.
actually try acting.
Yeah. Give them some acting gigs, you know?
Yeah.
They're doing really well acting on the field, you know? Let's
Yeah.
put them on the big screen.
Man, imagine approaching an athlete for that. Like, I saw what you did out there, and I like it.
I liked your
my
acting
card.
skills. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's wild. So, like, with Nathan moving forward in MMA, are there any plans for him to go to big places, or
Yeah,
is he
that-
just testing to see how it feels?
He's testing himself now to see how he does. And after this, he's gonna take it more serious. But I need to be humble enough if he decided really go deep in the MMA career.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him, Nate, you need to find a good camping,
Yeah.
a good group to train. Maybe you need to move from Louisville and go train with a team like King's MMA, like a group,
Yeah.
group with professional fighters.
I know y'all have connections all over. I mean, obviously, you've been all over the world doing jiu-jitsu. Like, there's bound to be, like, a perfect gym for a situation like that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we have fighters, and they're doing big things in our local area. It's, like, exciting to see people you know doing big things in their area and then getting too big for that area and being like, oh, I have to move on. Like,
Yeah.
I got to try this out.
Yeah.
And especially with, like, newer promotions
like
popping up.
as happy with Neyman Grace.
Yeah.
He went to California to train in the King's
MMA.
MMA. You know, because his ground skill is amazing, but his stand, it's good, but not the way he.
Yeah.
Not because in New York it does not have a. New York have a great boxer, great Muay Thai guys, but then he went to California where have 50 guys like
Same
Neymar.
mindset.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're all top people in their own promotions. Like, I mean, Kings has like too many people to name, really.
Yeah,
I mean, they got
definitely.
legends, they got people that are peaking
Exactly.
now. It's like up and coming.
You need
killers.
like I don't want to hold Nate. I don't want to be selfish
Yeah,
to hold him and tell son, you have my jiu-jitsu and that's you needed just this. Nate is very smart kid. Have good like people think, oh Nate, I know just jiu-jitsu. No, he's amazing wrestler.
Yeah.
And his boxing skill is are great. He know things. He's a smart kid. But Nate, I think he gonna be more BJJ instructor than a MMA fight, I believe. He has, I think he's gonna be one of the best instructor in the world. He has the solid technique, has the charisma. He's amazing, like unbelievable. He's a son everybody wants.
yeah, That's high praise coming from you.
Oh yeah.
Because I know you are so particular about little details and like everybody thinks they're doing the move right, but you get to see it from a different point of view. You've done these moves for, I mean, all of time.
Yes.
Like, and we're doing it for the first time, and you get to see like exactly what we're missing. So
Not because I am special on this. I am teach you the position I do.
yeah,
I don't try do other people's position. I do the one I do when I spark. There, I know my position. I know.
Right. What
You
it's
know?
supposed to look like and how it's supposed to feel. Yeah.
So Nathan's got to feel great hearing that.
Yeah.
I would feel great
Oh,
hearing
for
that.
sure,
You know?
dude.
Like that's
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Is there anything left in your jiu-jitsu career, or, I mean, I assume you've retired from MMA.
Yeah, I did it just to test myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything left that you haven't done yet that you want to do? Like, it doesn't have to be competing wise, but like just in your like.
Yes, I want to do one thing for this country, for the poor kids. This country gave me a lot. I want to be able to teach for poor kids, like miserable kids, like teach for free. I want to do something in this country for free. I want to give back everything this country gave me.
That's awesome.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of like opportunities for that. Like, you could do like a jiu-jitsu tour thing. The issue with like doing like a small thing, like a seminar, if it's their first time ever, is
Yeah,
like,
but the jiu-jitsu
jiu-jitsu
tour,
is-
like do this, like okay, I'm gonna put a candy amount for one day, then I take out and go bye bye. No, I want to be with you.
yeah, that's what I was getting at.
I want to change your life.
It needs to be more than like
You gotta
a
hold
single
them
thing.
accountable and be with them all
Be
the
there.
time,
Yeah. Be there.
Dude, it'd be cool to do like a 3 or 4 months at one location and then be like, yo.
Yeah.
And then get them situated in gyms in their actual area that they could be in.
Yeah.
You know, like what's closest to where they're at and it is a good fit.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, dude. Like a summer camp thing, but year round. Sorry.
So, is this, within the last couple of years, there's been a big jump in the like jiu-jitsu game, right? Like this is kind of the most you've seen. Is this the biggest you've ever seen it? Or like back whenever the UFC was kind of starting, I know there was a big jump in the BJJ game and starting kind of here, but is it bigger now or was it bigger back then when you kind of first started seeing that?
No, it's big now. Like now you have a lot of BJJ fighters professional. Before you used to do more for love,
Right.
like more for the medal, more for for the ego. You know what I mean? Like now people are professional. This new generation is amazing.
Yeah.
And also next year gonna be better.
Yeah.
And in 10 years gonna be better.
Yeah.
I am a big fan.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely gotten
The growth
it's,
is insane,
it's
but
huge, isn't it?
I think part of the growth is like the awareness, like what we're able to show. Like before, I feel like TV and like you didn't have a computer in your hand, you didn't have all these things that like made things aware. Everything I feel like is like, for example, people think there's more school shootings now than ever.
Yes.
But would you think that it's because we're more aware of it? Like, I don't like when I was a kid, I didn't hear about things happening in Oregon.
Yeah,
I only heard of Escambia and Santa Rosa and
Yeah, like the internet is good. It's very good, but it's very bad too. No,
Yeah.
like example, students, especially the beginners, like they are learning position before they have a solid foundation. You know what I mean? Like I consider my generation the gold generation because you have a solid game. Like I saw a lot of black belts, world champion. The guys are very good with guard, and then when the guy passed the guy's guard, they become a white belt. I saw a lot of guys, black belt in jiu-jitsu, they don't know how to fight in the street, how protect themselves. And my generation was, you need to be good on top, need to be amazing on the bottom, your defense need to be great, and your submission need to be okay. That was the idea, and you know how to fight. No, we need to know a little bit a basic, boxing little bit basic, Muay Thai little bit basic, and it's self-defense to learn to protect yourself.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, the internet is definitely I get what you mean about people almost getting ahead of themselves by seeing maybe seeing a post on Instagram or seeing a move or something that they want to try, and it's like you got to get the foundation before you can start doing all these crazy moves.
You don't learn French or German before you speak English.
Yeah.
You need to have your English very well to have to speak another language.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they get to see these flashy moves or these flashy endings to moves.
Yeah.
But you don't even get to learn how to get into that position.
You don't even know how
Yeah,
to control
you-
position.
Yeah, like how do you get into mount if you don't know?
surprise the people. You're gonna surprise. Yes, you're gonna surprise. But your jiu-jitsu gonna collapse in the future. Like this house. This house, did you see the column? How to say column?
Column?
Column, yeah.
Did you see the column here? No. That's the house foundation.
Right.
Nobody see, but that support all walls, all windows. If you don't have a good foundation and you put a gold window here, gonna look very nice outside, but it's gonna collapse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have a foundation before you can start doing all that flashy stuff, man. Yeah.
Like, so a question for you, like, I mean, you started in jiu-jitsu and like your journey, I've seen pictures from before I ever joined the gym, like, I mean, you had hair, like, things were different. You know what I'm saying?
I was young. I was pretty.
He was beautiful.
I was
Yeah.
beautiful.
I mean, like, just alone in your journey, you've seen a lot of growth in the sport, especially locally. And I mean, you've had a huge hand in that. Like, what would you think in your career is a test to that here? Is it like more people coming here, or is it like just word of mouth? They got bigger.
I think there's a lot of aspects that made it grow. I mean, when I started, we had to travel an hour to train with a black belt. 2 hours training with a black belt. I mean, that's just how it was. You know, a lot of training in the garages. There was just a couple schools, one school. You know, I think MMA had a lot to do with it. You know, Soneca was here before anybody, so I mean, his students, you know, that's who I started training with, is his students, and then it just kind of grew and grew and grew, and like there was a time when I was begging people to, hey, you wrestle? All right, you want to roll? What's rolling? Oh, well, let's meet up and we'll wrestle, you know?
Yeah.
So I mean, there was that time, but then it just, hey, they got interested, and grew and grew and grew.
So do you think part of the reason, like, because whether you know it or not, I mean, you're aware now, but like back then, you probably weren't as aware that you were personally growing the sport locally. Like, was it more so selfishly in the past where you're like, I need more people to train with, and it got bigger just based off of that, and then you're like, oh, we can keep this thing going, the growth of it here.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted more training partners, you know. So I mean, we were just training in the garage for free, you know. Then travel an hour to go train here for, you know, and then more people got interested. And the next thing you know, you got 20 people training with you, you know. And then there's been a lot of people that moved here for opportunity, which is great because then the local scene grows, you know. And you got more competition and more people to train with, you know. So I mean, it's all been a good thing.
And then you run into the opposite problem. You said there was so many gyms, but just not for adults in your area, right?
No,
That's why you moved?
no. In my area was only like 2 gyms.
Oh, okay.
One was just self-defense, only pure self-defense, and the other one was like just for kids, just competition. Was two school in my home, 3 school in my hometown. Then I went to Rio because first Renzo Gracie invited me. Then was like winning the lottery, leaving his house.
Oh man,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
crazy.
Man.
Yeah, I don't think he
Yeah.
knows that
Yeah.
he grew up with the Gracies.
Oh, I had no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, we know that because
How was
know
living
you.
in Henzo's house?
yeah, how was that?
Uh,
He was wild man, wasn't he?
Renzo no, Ryan
I was about to
was.
say, yeah.
Renzo was like our daddy, like control us. It's funny because I come like for a small town, and I thought I was tough, but then I went to the big city, then I understand what's mean be tough. And the funny thing in my city, it's like everybody is care about how you look. Like people want to show up. Like people don't have money, but they want to show up. Oh man, I'm good. I'm that. Like a small group. And I go to the city when a lot of guys very rich, but very simple. They don't care how they look, how they dress. Everybody very good. You share everything. Like it's funny because we are loyal with each other. Like example, Gordo, Ralph, they have a girlfriend that time. They married another woman. That girl married another man. Then now the woman is single, but you're never gonna flirt with that girl because you know she was your friend, girlfriend, and she's gonna be your sister forever. It's like the way you are. Like it's like we share clothes, you share food, you travel together. Doesn't matter if you are wrong or right, you're gonna fight for you. Or was different experience. Like they think I don't have then I come back to my city. Now. Then here I'm in city. I'm gonna be the boss. I am the man. Then I realize what I learned in Rio with the Renzo Gracie family encouraged me to be the person I am now. Because, like I say, you coming from a small town, you need to look well for everybody. Doesn't matter if you don't have money, you don't have enough, but you need to look, oh, I'm this, I'm that. Like small group, fake high society.
Yeah.
Then I was with the real high society, and the shaman is completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely that nowadays too, but it's like people put on for Instagram. Like we talk about this all the
Yeah.
time, but
yeah.
they make their life look way more incredible
Oh, yes.
or unblemished. Like they don't go through anything at
I
all.
used to call Facebook fake book. After they created the social media, everybody's rich, everybody's champion. Like example, if you want to be a successful in Jiu Jitsu instructor, you need to be good in the Instagram. Come on, man. I went to the gym for 45 years to learn Jiu Jitsu. I don't want to be in the internet. To be in the internet, I'm gonna be good in the internet. I'm gonna work to Amazon or Apple, things like this. I want to go inside the gym. I don't want to go in the internet to lie, tell I did this, I did that. No way.
Yeah. It's wild now that like he said, we talk about this a lot. It's wild now that the social media side for some people is almost more important to them to put on than what's actually happening, you know, like than in real life scenarios. And it's insane that it's gotten so big that people feel the need to put, you know, their accomplishments or whatever's going on that instead of, you know, in real life.
Or they'll make this image that they're so outgoing and all these things, and then you'll meet them in person and they're just like, oh,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah. It's
Behind there, they scream everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, can I say a bad word?
Yeah, say whatever.
Behind the screen, everybody has a balls.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, oh yeah.
That is true.
100%.
Yeah. and they'll criticize under comments and be like, "Oh, he should have did this," or like,
Yeah.
That's what I hate. People being negative and talk crap in the comments.
You know what they should
Why?
do?
Why
They-
are you wasting your time?
they should make it to where you can't be anonymous. That you have to have an ID of some sort to get online.
And it's still behind the screen though.
Yeah, true.
There's still
but at
a-
least
yeah,
you would
there's
be
still a
more aware
keyboard.
of, because like nowadays there's so many fake.
Nobody
accounts.
assume what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, it's wild how, like, do you remember the first iterations of like the internet coming along? Do you remember like how that affected the sport?
No, internet help us a lot.
Yeah.
UFC. That's UFC. We need our BJJ instructor need to pray to Helio Gracie because he showed the world the Jiu Jitsu. No, everybody need
Gracie
to.
online, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to pray for Mr. Helio Gracie. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You know, like same thing with the internet. The internet help us a lot. But some guys are take advantage from the internet and they create themselves a Superman, a Spider-Man, and they never did enough for Jiu-Jitsu. You just, it's easy, just go ibjjf.com. You're gonna see who is this, who is that. Example, in 96 I won the World Championship as a black belt. And I saw a couple guys won as a blue belt. Then today, of course, the guys are the black belt. Then they put there,
World champion.
BJJ black belt world champion.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
hold on now.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. And now it's happened to Master Division. Master, you are not world champion. World champion is adult.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be happy with him. I'll be
You
happy
know
with
what I
Yeah,
mean?
world champion
That's
means
world
it's almost like an absolute
Division
yeah,
one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But a master world champion, you're a master of that age. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Still a great accomplishment.
yes.
No, yes, of
Yeah, yeah.
course.
Trey's sweetening the pie. He's like,
Yeah,
no, it's still good.
No, it's still good. Of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
it's still good.
Yeah.
It's still good, but
But you can see how they can flip it like
Yeah.
that though, and,
Yeah.
and use it. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, you are not a world champion like me. You
Yeah.
won in the blue belt, you won in purple. I won in black belt. I won in the adult division.
Yeah.
How was it training? Because I assume, like, since you grew up with Henzo, and you also did MMA, obviously he trained and fought in Pride and all that. Like, were y'all training, like, doing camps together for fights? Or was this separate?
We born red. We never train in serious, nothing professional. Used to fight against each other, fight in the street, fight at the beach. That was our training.
Wow.
Just whoever wants to fight.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's
It's
crazy.
a
Yeah.
different
dude.
world back then, bro.
It
That's
is. I mean,
insane,
people
man.
spend. I mean, I've heard budgets on camps upwards of millions of dollars for a single camp for a fight. And then, I mean, the change is so dramatic.
Then you just go to the beach and hey,
Yeah,
who wants
I
to
mean,
fight?
Yeah.
Connor's spending
I
multiple millions.
remember Renzo Grace was in the Pride Japan. He was at the bus with our professional fight, everybody. And Renzo asked, why you are so nervous? No, the guys asked, Renzo, are you okay? Are you not nervous? Are you kidding me? I do this for free.
Yeah.
Man, now the guy's gonna pay me. I'm going to Disney World.
Yeah.
It's true. You go to Disney World.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the
It's the funny thing about Renzo. He can be all night drink, party, and the people, hey, Renzo, do you want to fight tomorrow against Brock Lesnar? Yes, I'm ready. Go. And he does.
that's one thing I envy about like Brazilians in y'all's heart. Like,
No, Brazilians, no.
no,
Brazil, no. Couple peoples in the world are like this.
well, it seems like all the people that have made it that are Brazilian have heart. Like, no envy.
No.
passionate.
Yeah,
a lot
like-
of Americans are like this. Like I have a lot, like I say, a lot of Brazilians after the internet they created themselves superheroes. Not just Americans, no. A lot of more Brazilians than Americans. Actually, Brazilians are the worst one with Instagram and Facebook. They use more.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah. So do you think that the time of like, you know, growing up like fighting in the streets and then having the opportunity to fight for something and like get paid to do it, do you think that time's over? Do you think that's not happening anymore? Like you're talking about, he was fighting in the streets or fighting at the beach or whatever, and then gets paid to do it, or do you think that still happens in places? You know?
No, because now with cameras, with internet,
Yeah.
it's hard, you know, not good for your reputation. Also, you can be sued, no? I cannot say a bad word for a person. Look bad, I can be sued.
Right. Yeah. I think there's something, I don't know, in my head, there's something romantic about being like, about starting kind of in the streets where nobody knows about it, you know, and it's just you. And then you get this opportunity to fight for, you know, pride or want, you know, and all this kind of stuff. But I guess that day and age is kind of over, which is
like
unfortunate.
I say,
Well, it's over in a different way.
Yeah.
The fight in the street before was against people from another martial art, from Muay Thai, from boxing, from submission wrestling, from wrestling. That's was the way you used to do, fight against people from another, to show, oh, Jiu-Jitsu the best.
Yeah.
See, I don't think it's over. I just think it's evolved because, like, for example, that went into, like, what they did down in Miami, and, like, everybody knows Kimbo and Masvidal from things like that. And then that's also evolved into, like, nowadays, street beefs. Like, they have, like, they'll put up posts and just have you box or whatever you feel, and they're all amateur people. Nobody's considered pro because can't be paid for it. And, like, I told this story with SD on the podcast, like, I once went to a backyard boxing event where it was literal cement posts out of like Home Depot, and they just had 2x4s, and then they had literal rope. SD fought some guy out of the neighborhood for a title belt, like title boxing. It just said title boxing, and it was a belt.
Yeah.
And they fought for that, and I mean, that cost like $1, you know, and he lost. Like, it wasn't even that great of a fight. Obviously, I mean, he was overweight and out of shape. To see what he's doing now, like to see the evolution of like people can come from these things, but then go on to do like huge things. So I think it still exists. It's just evolved. Maybe it's not literally fighting on the beach, or like fighting in the middle of the street anymore. But just like everything, like TV isn't what it used to be.
Right.
Like I don't know anybody that has cable anymore. Not just straight up cable. Yeah. Everybody's got apps on their phones or YouTube or. Yeah. It's like that. It's like things have evolved in different ways.
It's definitely changed for sure.
Yeah, I think their life is becoming boring.
It's so plugged in.
It's very right here at your fingertips. Everything's right here in our pockets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I think I live a great time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Then the life now is becoming very boring.
It's wild. We all will look back on like the time where you were coming up or like that era and think, yeah, it is the golden age, and we'll watch tape of that. Yeah. But you lived that, and it's like things that we envy about like your generation of coming up. Like we're stuck in this. Like
everything on the screen and everything right here, like social media. Growing up in that time, you know, it's like I think now. I think fewer and fewer people are jealous of the golden age, you know, but the people that are jealous of that are like, I don't know, you and I are both in that same boat. We're jealous of that time period when you grew up, you know, because like we see it and we think about it and it's like, dude, that seems like the most exciting, you know, time to be alive, you know, and now it's.
Well, it's awesome, but if you're talking like in jiu-jitsu terms, they paved the road for us.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be able to do jiu-jitsu. Like, so they paved the road.
That's wild.
Yeah, man.
Was there anything you want to promote or get out before you get out of here?
No. I want to invite everybody to go to train Alidor Academy, Milton, Florida. We call him the Princess.
I wanted to ask you about that before we got out of here. Why is he the princess? Because, I mean, I've seen princesses before.
Listen, he makes things up, okay?
He was in Louisville, Kentucky.
Here we go.
Story time.
Me, him, and the three, we share a room in the back.
I had to sleep on the hard, cold ground.
Then he went into Walmart to buy 5 pillows. Also, he brought a blanket, like a special blanket with unicorn.
Yeah. Embroidered had his initials on it. It was real
he
cute.
can just sleep with that. He has since have like 3 years old. It's the same. He always bring with him.
That's not the story I remember.
Also, he lost his gun at the parking lot. It's like a baby. We need to take care.
Oh my.
I don't remember none of this, Soneca.
Okay, look.
Lost in the parking lot.
I have to believe him because I've known you for a long time and you've said things that aren't true, like he's your favorite, and I know you're just saying that to hurt me. Okay?
No. See see, this is where you're getting confused.
No,
That's
no.
true.
I was talking.
No, that part's true though. Yeah.
He is my favorite.
No, and no,
On camera.
no, and he's never lied to me once. So I'm gonna have to believe the unicorn story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good story. I mean, we can keep with that story, but
Okay.
I remember it a little different.
We need to make a t-shirt. Princess BJJ.
Oh, that would be good. Nobody's got that.
Ooh.
It's
That's a good one.
dude. It's PBJJ.
PBJJ. Peanut
Yeah.
butter and jelly.
Okay. Well,
All right.
we're gonna get you out on that one, but I can't thank you enough for coming by before the
Thank
seminar.
you guys. Thank you for the
Seriously.
opportunity.
Obviously going and it's gonna be a great time, but I appreciate every time you come down. Thank
I
you.
yell you a lot, but it's
Yeah,
good, you know.
do. Well, I have an injured arm now, so I could just be like, "Oh, my arm."
That's
Not
your
my
excuse
fault.
for today?
Then the skills are gonna slow down now. Go slow.
Yes, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, I'll go so slow,
Yeah.
super slow."
Heck yeah. Well, thank you guys again. Seriously, thank y'all for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We're getting up out of here. We love you. Yee yee.
Yee yee.